Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back. I'm glad you're back to join me today. Today, we're going to be talking about these things right here behind me. Can you take a good look and tell me what you see? First of all, you probably see something that looks familiar because we talked about it last week. Do you remember last week we talked about this color? What's that color again? That's right. It is red. R-E-D, red. Today, we're going to be talking about some numbers and a shape. Now, numbers are something that we count with. They tell us how many we have of something. So the first number we're going to start with today is the number 0. That means we don't have any of that thing. The next number we're going to talk about is the number 1, and then we're going to talk about the number 2. The other thing we're going to talk about today is this shape right here. This is called a circle. Take a good look at this circle. What do you notice? It goes around and around and around. It has no corners. It has no sides. It just keeps going around. I have another one here that I'm going to show you. I have a red circle right here. So we're talking about both the red and the circle now. This doesn't have any corners and it doesn't have any sides, so it is a circle. I have a circle song I'd like you to sing with me. Can you put your finger up in the air? And can you draw a circle like this? You can keep doing that while we sing. You ready? A circle's like a ball, a circle's like a ball. Round and round, it never stops. A circle's like a ball. All right, now you've heard it. Will you sing along with me? Put your fingers up again. You ready? A circle's like a ball. A circle's like a ball. Round and round, it never stops. A circle's like a ball. Very good. All right, again, it doesn't have any corners. When I was going around like this, did you notice I never had to stop and make a turn like I would on a square, a rectangle, or a triangle? My finger can just keep going around and around and around because there are no corners and there are no sides on this. All right, I'm going to put him aside. I went on a scavenger hunt around my house today. Do you remember what that is? That's when you go looking around, either outside or inside, for different objects. Today, can you guess what shape I was looking for? That's right, I went around my house looking for circles. Now, I'm going to show you the things I found. Some of the things I found are circles and some aren't. If I hold something up and it's a circle, I want you to tell me by showing me with your thumbs. Can you do a thumbs up? That means, yes, Miss Jill, that is a circle. Now show me a thumbs down. I mean, sorry, Miss Jill, not a circle. I have a board here. Get your thumbs ready. I have a board here. Let me slide it on over. And it has a thumbs up and a thumbs down. So when I find my different objects, I'm going to show you. You can help me by showing me with your thumbs if I'm going to put it under the thumbs up or if I'm going to put it under the thumbs down. You ready to see what I found in my house? Well, the first thing that I found is probably the best. It's a picture of Avery, my puppy dog. Now, we're not looking at Avery, we're looking at the picture. You notice what I notice? It has corners and it has sides. So does that make it a circle or not a circle? That's a thumbs down. That one is not a circle, so I'm going to stick it right over there. We'll put Avery up at the top. All right, the second thing I found was a spool of ribbon. Does that have corners or sides? Nope, it goes round, and even the inside of it goes round and round without stopping. So that would be that's right, a thumbs up. That's going to go over here on the thumbs up side. All right, the next thing I found was this pretty button. Look at this pretty button. It does have a shape on the inside, but that's not the shape I'm looking at. What shape is that you see? That is a heart. What I'm looking at is the outside. It goes round and round and round, and it doesn't stop. No corners, no sides. That's a thumbs up. That's going over here. All right, the next thing that I found was this guy. This is a card, and it has corners, and it has sides. So, not a circle, thumbs down. Oh, I found this interesting looking thing. This is from a guitar. If anybody knows somebody that plays a guitar, it's called the guitar pick. But you know what? Look, it has some corners, and it has some sides. It almost looks like a heart or a triangle. So that would get a thumbs down. All right, that's going over here. Oh, this is a fun thing. I found this. It's a gear. I can put my pencil inside of it, and I can make cool drawings. But look, it goes round and around and around. So that is a thumbs up. That's going to go right over here. How about this? This is a lid that I found. What shape is my lid? Does it have corners or sides? Nope, keeps going and going and going. That is a circle. That gets a thumbs up. All right, I found something else. I found... Oh, you might have these around your house. I found a Post-it note. I love Post-it notes. I'm writing on them all the time. But is it a circle? Nope, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 corners even, and 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So that is a big thumbs down for that one. He goes over here. All right, I did find something else that can't fit up here. I'm going to push this aside just for a second. I found something that I like to eat every day for lunch dessert. It is a special treat, but it is in the shape of a circle. Let me see. I found more than one, actually. Look at what I found. I found 1, 2 chocolate chip cookies. I am so excited. I love chocolate chip cookies. But my friend Mr. Jeff is here. You want to say hi, Mr. Jeff?
Hi.
This is Mr. Jeff. Mr. Jeff, would you like one of my chocolate chip cookies?
I would love to have a chocolate chip cookie.
Should I share with him, boys and girls? Should I be nice and kind? Okay, Mr. Jeff says yes, so I will share with Mr. Jeff. Mr. Jeff, but before you can have your chocolate chip cookie, can you tell me what shape this cookie is?
That's a circle.
What makes it a circle, Mr. Jeff?
It's round.
What does that mean? Does it have corners or sides?
Nope.
Nothing. Now I guess I have to give him the cookie. Thank you, Mr. Jeff. Enjoy your chocolate chip cookie. All right. I let Mr. Jeff take one of my cookies. How many cookies did I start with? Let me get my pointer. Do you remember how many I had when I started? I had 2, but now I gave one away. I was being kind, so now how many do I have? I have 1. I started with 2. I gave one away. Now I have 1, but I am going to enjoy my 1 cookie. You guys don't mind if I take a bite, do you? Okay. I love chocolate chip cookies. All right, guys. The next thing I'd like to do with you is actually draw some of our shapes here, our shape and our numbers. This is the number 0. Remember what that meant? That meant that I have nothing. I don't have anything if I have 0 of something. You know what? I started with 2 cookies. I ate 1, so I had 1. I gave 1 away, so I had 1. And now I ate 1, so now I have 0 cookies. You want to draw with me? If you don't have a paper and a pencil or a crayon, you can use your finger. We always start at the top. We're going to start at the top, and we're going to go around to the bottom and back up to where we started. And I made a 0. That is the number 0. That means I don't have any. On the back of my pocket here, look at what I found. I found the number 1. Now, 1's kind of neat because you can make it 2 different ways. You can make it a fancy way where you have a little top part and then you come straight down. And then you have a bottom part, like a tail, like a stand that makes it stand. Or you can just draw 1 like this. That's also a 1, a straight line down. You can do it either way. So we drew the 0 and we drew the 1. Do you remember what number came next? The number 2. Here's the number 2. For the number 2, we start up here at the top again. Remember how we started at the top with everything else? We start at the top and we go up the hump, and then it's like going down a slide. That was kind of fun. And then you go across the bottom. I want to do that again because that was kind of fun to go down the slide. I start up here and I go over the hump and then down the slide and across the bottom. That makes the number 2. Now, we were talking about something besides numbers today. Do you remember what it was? We were talking about 0, 1, and 2, but we were also talking about a circle. So let's try drawing a circle. There is a circle that I can trace. Where do you think I should start? Do you remember where we started everything else? Did I start at the bottom and come up and around? Or on the side? No, I always start at the top. So I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to go around. And mine, like I said, I'm tracing mine. I have something to follow. Oops, I missed a little bit. Is that okay that I missed a little bit? Absolutely. It doesn't have to be perfect. I missed a little bit, but it's still a circle. So we have now made them with a marker. I want to show you another way that you can make them. You can use crayons, markers, all that kind of stuff. Or how about with Play-Doh? Yesterday, I made some red Play-Doh. So I'm going to take my Play-Doh and I'm going to roll it out. I don't have any rollers, so I have to use my hands. I'm going to roll it out. And now I'm going to turn it into a circle first. So let me take my rolled out Play-Doh, connect it. Circle's kind of easy to make because all I had to do was roll it out and connect it. And I have a circle. Now you want to see something really cool? If I take that circle and I stretch it out a little bit, it becomes an oval shape, which is the number 0. I made a 0. I'm going to put my 0 off to the side. After 0, we talked about the number 1. So now I'm going to take out some more rolled out Play-Doh. And that was okay for it to be like that, wasn't it? That was the number 1. Or I can make it fancy, like I had on my paper, and I can give it a little top there, and I think I'll pull off a little bit here, roll it out, and put it at the bottom like a stand. And that's the number 1. That's a fancier one. I'm going to move that off to the side. And what's the next number? We had 0, 1, then we had the number 2. Now 2, if you remember when we were writing it, it went up over the hump, and then it came down the slide, and it had a little stand at the bottom. The number 2, look at that, we made our numbers out of Play-Doh. We used markers and we used Play-Doh, and we counted from 0 through 1 to 2. Nice job, you guys, very good with the Play-Doh. All right, one more thing that you guys can do. I would love to see you go on a scavenger hunt and see what kind of shapes you can find. Can you find, well, let's start with numbers. Can you find 0 of something? That's tricky. How do you find 0 of something? Let me think. What do I have 0 of in my house? I know. I have 0 children in my house. My kids are grown-ups and they're not here anymore. So that means that in my house today, there are 0 children. I don't have any. What is something I have 1 of? Oh, I know. I have 1 dog. Remember my picture of Avery? I only have 1 dog. Something I might have 2 of that I could find in my house. I have 2 cars. My husband has a car and I have a car. So we have only 2 cars. Now you can go around your house and find something that maybe you don't have. That would be 0. Something you only have 1 of and something you have 2 of. And then, if you'd like, you can go on a bigger scavenger hunt and look for circle shapes. You can do this inside, outside, and bonus if you can find a red circle. Maybe you could do that. I'm lucky enough, I happen to have a magnifying glass. And did you see what shape my magnifying glass is? It is a circle. So when I look through my magnifying glass, oh, it makes my eyes so big. You guys look so big when I look through there. Now, if you don't have one at home, there is a way to make one. I'm going to show you real quick. I took a piece of cardboard from a box. Okay, not a circle shape, is it? Nope, it's got the corners. It's got the sides. It is not a circle shape. I took a piece of cardboard, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a circle. This happens to be a coaster that you might have in your house. You might have one where you put your drinks on it. And then I would trace my coaster. Let me trace it with a pencil so I can make a big circle. Go around here. Okay, I'm just making an outline, a trace, okay? So now on my paper, I don't think you guys can see it because it's pencil, but I have drawn a circle. Now, if I were to cut that out, I wouldn't be able to see through it, would I? I need to make a hole in the middle. So I'm going to take my lid over here. That's a little bit of a smaller circle. I'm going to put it inside and I'm going to trace that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out both of those circles. I'm going to come back. I'm going to cut out the outside circle and I'm going to cut out the inside circle. And then when I'm done, this is what I'll have. Now that I can look through, and so I can hold it, I've got a stick. I'm going to attach my stick, and I can go around and I can look for circle things and see what I can find. So guys, I'm so glad you came to join me today to talk about 0, 1, and 2 and circles. I hope you can find some things around your house and outside of your house that are circle shaped and that you have 1 of or 2 of or maybe none of. And I am really looking forward to you joining me next time. Bye guys.